Saturday, January 26, 1945. Holtzwihr, France. 250 men move east to west. 6 tank hulls cross the white horizon. White suits cut across the field. 18 men are in the tree line. 18 is what is left. Every officer above second lieutenant is dead. The man in the forward ditch is 20. 6 tanks. 250 infantry. 20 years old. His name is Audie Murphy. Cold metal against his jaw where the handset sits. The ditch is 10 yards ahead of the lead M10. Murphy has been in this war since Sicily. Italy came after. Anzio, the regiment bled into the mud. France in August, the Vosges in October, the Colmar pocket now. Company B started the Colmar push at 1:20. 18 came out of the wood 2 days ago. The telephone cable runs north along the ditch wall. 6 German tanks are still coming. 2 M10 tank destroyers are on the road south. The 3-inch gun on the lead M10 swings east. 6 hulls in white steel cross open ground, 500 yards. German infantry spread wide on both flanks. Pete Cahill is behind the front wheel arch. His shoulder is against cold steel above the tracks. Murphy keeps the handset at his jaw. Artillery coordinates move north toward battalion, 450. No shadow line cuts the white ground anywhere. The first tank closes on the road bend. The 88mm round crosses 400 yards. Direct hit, lead M10 turret ring. The vehicle rocks hard against the road. 2 crew members are inside the vehicle. Fire reaches the engine compartment at the rear. Anti-tank rounds are inside a burning vehicle on the road. The second M10 backs south away from the fire. Murphy pulls over the ditch lip onto the road. He drags the dead lieutenant clear of the hatch. Smoke pours from the hull vents in black coils. The second M10 reverses hard along the road verge. The left track drops over the ditch edge. The gun tube tilts below the loading angle. The barrel angles down into the ditch. Murphy looks back at the tree line west. 18 men are behind cover in the wood. He looks east. 250 men, still moving. 5 tanks behind the advance infantry. The burning M10 is between him and that field. The .50 caliber M2 is on the ring mount above. Murphy climbs. Murphy gets both hands on the .50 caliber grips. The smoke from the hull vents rolls east. Germans at 200 yards still moving through the haze. The gun is loaded. The belt runs from the box on the left mount. Murphy keeps his body low behind the gun shield. The smoke wall between them and Murphy holds. The vehicle under his boots has been on fire for 4 minutes. A man in white stops at the field edge. Scans left, scans right. Murphy pulls the trigger. The .50 caliber M2 fires at 600 rounds per minute. Half-inch rounds cross 200 yards through the haze. Germans in white suits drop in the open field. 5 remaining tanks slow behind the infantry line. The smoke column takes the muzzle flash above. Murphy swings the gun right along the road verge. A squad moves fast down the irrigation ditch. 12 men, closing from the south. The ring mount carries the barrel around south. 40 yards, 20, 10. The irrigation ditch runs 10 yards from the M10. The squad breaks cover above the ditch lip. Murphy swings the barrel south along the ditch line. Burst at close range, ditch line. German shell strikes the rear hull. Shrapnel crosses the deck above the engine cover. The burning M10 takes the hit and holds the road. The ammunition belt in the ring mount runs long, still firing, still on the vehicle. The field telephone handset is down in the ditch. Murphy keeps one hand on the .50 caliber grip. He calls down to the handset below. The artillery officer asks how close the Germans are. Murphy leans over the ring mount lip.
Hold the phone, and I'll let you talk to one of the bastards!
Battery fire comes off the ridge in 4 salvos. Shells land between the German tanks and the road. Rounds walk west toward the M10 position. 1 impact 30 yards east, 20. Shell fragments scatter across the road east of the vehicle. Shrapnel cuts through his lower left leg. He keeps both grips on the .50 caliber. 5 German tanks press the field at 200 yards. Infantry spread south along the field margin. Murphy swings the gun back left. The smoke column from the hull rises into the overcast. Smoke fills the eastern gap between the muzzle and the field. The gun belt in the mount box runs short, still firing. 4 German soldiers move south along the road edge. They want the angle that puts the M10 behind them. Murphy tracks them right across the burning hull. He He fires a short burst south along the road edge. 2 go flat at the road verge. 2 pull back east toward the field margin. 5 tank holes press the eastern field at 200 yards. 45 minutes on the burning vehicle. The ammunition belt is into its last third. The field east of the road is not empty. German infantry reform in 2 groups. A larger group falls back to the far tree line. 1 group goes flat in the snow. Murphy fires 2 bursts from the ring mount. 1 burst walks short. The second lands in the group at the field margin. The group goes flat. 55 minutes on the burning vehicle. The belt end is above the mount box lip. The hull is still burning. 128 rounds. 1 hour on a burning vehicle. 6 tanks still in the field below him. 250 men in the field below him. He slides off the hull onto the road. Murphy calls the final artillery grid into the handset. He calls the barrage onto his own position. The salvo releases from the battery north of the road. Boots on frozen ground. 200 yards of open ground. Murphy runs west across the frozen road. 180 yards of open ground. The first round lands behind him on the road. 120 yards. The M10 detonates behind him on the road. High explosive rounds inside the hull go all at once. The concussion crosses the road west ahead of the debris. 80 yards, 60. Murphy keeps his legs under him across the frozen ground. The smoke column rises above the road behind him. The smoke. 18 men and 1 lieutenant are in the tree line. Murphy leans against a fir trunk above the root line. His left leg carries the shrapnel wound above the boot. White field to the far tree line. 5 tanks hold at 200 yards. Battalion headquarters comes through on the handset. The 5 tanks are still in the eastern field. Murphy turns back east. He takes the 18 men out of the tree line. They cross the same field the Germans crossed. The German infantry line is pulled back far east. The tanks are behind the eastern wood line. Murphy leads the advance across the open ground. Both hands carry the carbine above the snow. 18 men. The German infantry fall back through the eastern wood line. Company B reaches the far tree line. The 5 tanks pull north behind the infantry. Murphy calls the positions in on the wire to battalion. His left leg carries the shrapnel wound through every step. They keep moving north through the trees. Gray fir trunks on the far side. Murphy keeps the handset at his jaw. Company B stands on the field they crossed at noon. 18 men. His left boot carries blood from the shrapnel. The ditch where the morning started is west. Black smoke from the M10 crosses the field behind him. The M10 hull blocks the road where Murphy left it. The ring mount above the burned deck is empty. The .50 caliber grips face east above the open field. The belt end hangs above the empty feed tray. The hull fire still burns. Smoke above the road in the gray. The smoke column rises above the M10 on the road. The .50 caliber ring mount faces east above the burned deck. The field east of the road runs wide. 6 tanks in the gray.